Okay, so I feel like this is the big question. So like with the rise of Bitcoin, crypto, NFTs, DeFi, DAOs, there's this like obvious tension, right, in between centralized companies and decentralized organizations. So I personally think that Web 2 and 3 can coexist. I know that's probably not the most, Web 3 people are very excited, as they should be. But there's a lot of people that think Web 3 is the answer for everything, which is fine, guys, that's fine. But where does Meta sit in between that? How is the Meta's metaverse going to coexist and interact with other universes, other games, you know, for example, like Roblox, Axie Infinity? These are huge worlds that already exist. So how do you see, these things just coexisting?
Yeah, so I'm very optimistic about kind of crypto and Web3 and that whole general direction. I think it's still quite early compared to what it's going to be and its full potential. So I think that there's a lot more to do there, but you can certainly see a lot of these awesome use cases are already starting to get developed, and it's I think it's really exciting to see. You know, the way that I think about the metaverse, I don't think every company is building their own metaverse. I think it's sort of like the internet, right? You wouldn't say that, you know, Google is building its own internet, right? Or that we were building our own internet before. You'd kind of say, okay, well, we're building experiences or infrastructure for the internet. And that's kind of how I think about the metaverse too. It's not that each company is going to have its own metaverse. It's that we're trying to help build and accelerate some of the fundamental technology and platforms, whether that's social platforms or creator tools or commerce tools for the metaverse. And these things have to kind of plug into and kind of be part of a broader ecosystem of other people building this stuff too. You know, it's I think part of what hopefully will define the metaverse is a much greater sense of interoperability and portability, where, you know, you have your avatar and your identity and how you're expressing yourself, and you have your virtual goods, whether they're NFTs or structured on some other architecture, and you want to be able to take that between different experiences. So compared to mobile, where, you know, the atomic unit on a phone is really an app, and each app is so siloed, right, that it's quite hard to kind of break down the barriers or bring stuff from one app to another. I think that the metaverse promises to be much more interoperable, where, you know, you kind of have your identity and expression and your avatar and your stuff, and you kind of, I think, will expect that you can bring that in between different experiences. A big part of that, I think, is going to be having a lot of the virtual goods and a lot of your stuff be stored and in a decentralized way, right? So that way it's not just kind of locked up in one system. But I think the reality is that there are going to be lots of different solutions. I think it's not exactly clear, you know, which architecture is going to win yet. So from our perspective, we just want to make sure that we can support a lot of them, and certainly with an open-mindedness to where we think the future is going. But I don't think that there's like a single idea yet that's clearly going to be, you know, how everything is stored in the future. My guess is there will continue to be a plurality of different solutions, and that, I think, will help create a greater diversity of different experiences and an economy.